Hey guys, we are in the basement and today we're going to talk about a pinball machine. You know what? Yesterday was my annual holiday arcade party and all my arcade friends and neighbors and everyone came over here last night. This place was rocking and my friend Scott brought over a pinball machine. It's actually a pretty unique pinball machine. It's a visual or a video pinball machine that's running the HyperPin front end. So why don't we go upstairs and take a look at this pinball machine. Okay, here it is. Now this is a video pinball machine, and my buddy Scott here, you built this cabinet from scratch, right?
Yep, from plywood.
From plywood, and it's modeled after like a Williams wide body, right? Or a Bally, like a Doctor Who, you said? So you got the plans for the Doctor Who, and you built this out of plywood. You got the legs, you got a real coin door on here, but then you put in here, you've got 3 LCD displays, right? So there's, how big is the one for the playfield here?
It's 42-inch LED.
That's a 42-inch LED, and then you've got in the back glass here,
18-inch computer monitor.
an 18-inch computer monitor to mimic the DMDs, and then also up here,
32-inch.
and that's a 32-inch LCD.
720p LCD.
720p LCD, that's for the back glass. And then the front end, you're running HyperPin, right? And you hit the flippers here, you virtually have every pinball machine known to man, pretty much, or in the last 20 years, right?
Yeah.
All the new stuff. And there's also like, what's kind of cool is there's like these fictional games, right? That, like fan-made games. I saw some like Metal Slug and so you just hit the flippers here and you can kind of scroll through all the different titles, and it's pretty damn cool. And then the back glass is changing when you do that, right? Is that what you're going to point out?
Yeah.
So what's a good game to demo here?
Probably Cactus Canyon.
Cactus Canyon? And this has 2 different emulators. This is even for Left 4 Dead. There's Visual Pinball and Future Pinball. So is PinMAME not like a...
It's part of Visual Pinball.
Oh, it is? Okay. So it's Visual Pinball and Future Pinball. So let's go to Cactus Canyon. And Cactus Canyon is a really rare, like, Williams game. It's like one of the last pinballs they made, wasn't it? I don't know. Okay, Cactus Canyon. So then we hit this button right here, and it's going to load it, and it's rendering. It takes a... Is that it? Is it loaded? And then you can see here, it's actually running the real pinball ROMs. And this again is Visual Pinball? Visual Pinball. So there's and then you can see the little toys on here, the train. So they just took like photographs of the different components, right? And put them on here. Alright, so why don't we, I'm going to set up a tripod and we'll just kind of show you how it plays. Alright, we have the tripod set up. Now I'm going to try to just play this with the camera like this, but you can see the LCD in the back with the artwork, and then the DMD, and then the playfield. So we're just going to focus on the playfield here, just to kind of give you guys an idea how these games play. Alright, so we're going to coin up here. He actually has it set up that if you push the 25-cent reject button, it'll actually put a credit in the game. And you can actually set this up to take quarters. Alright, so here we go. So we're going to push this button here.
Wanna win? Shoot the bad guys!
Alright, so here we go. And he even has a real plunger on here to launch the ball. I have to say though, I mean, I was a little skeptical of this system.
Amazing.
Kind of like as a purist, throwing my nose up at it. But you kind of lose yourself in it. You forget that it's video, you know, because of the form factor. I mean, I feel like I'm standing at a real pinball machine playing this. And this is like such a rare game, Cactus Canyon. This might be my only opportunity ever to play it. I actually have played a real one. So the ball's locked?
Yeah, it's held right now. It's gonna drop the ball. Now.
What's your favorite game on this setup?
Attack from Mars.
Attack from Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Attack from Mars. And you got kind of like a killer sound system in this thing. You've got like some cool like car speakers back there. Is there a subwoofer inside of it?
No.
No?
No, there's 2 speakers on the bottom towards the front,
Okay.
and then 2 back box speakers. 520 watt amp driving.
You get 120 amp, and then you have speakers right near the front here, right on the bottom. Kind of give you that bass.
Get that bad guy.
Nice shooting. Terrific.
Mountain is lit.
That train's going across there.
Ugly.
Bounty collected.
All right, you get the idea. Let's check out another game. So how do we get out of this? We press the red button,
Yeah, hold it. You're gonna hold it for the whole.
and then go to exit. Right?
No.
No. Oops.
Okay, no, that'll work.
Is that not supposed to work?
You hold the red button down for like 3 seconds. It'll prompt you 3, 2, 1, and then you let go.
Oh, and then it just goes
Go
out.
to the next one. Yeah.
So let's try like one of the fictional ones. Like I want to see like Metal Slug. Is that any good?
Yeah, that's a fan-made one.
And there's Metallica. Metallica is actually a real machine, though, isn't it? Then, is it? Didn't someone make a Metallica pinball?
I'm not sure. This one's definitely a recreate. It's
It's
a original creation.
All right, get Medieval Madness on here. All right, let's see what Metal Slug's all about. And this is the other software, or no?
I think it's Future Pinball. Yep.
Which is different than what we just played, right?
Yeah, that was visual pinball. This is 2 display only.
Okay, so this one doesn't emulate the DMD. All right, let's try it.
Metal Slug.
Sounds like Metal Slug. Oh,
Come on, boy.
that's pretty funny. All right, I get it. Let's get out of here. How do we get out of this one? Same thing?
Come on, boy.
Just hold the red button. Cool. All right, let's see Medieval Madness. This is like the ultimate game, the grail. This game's a grail. I'd love to have a Medieval Madness someday. So this one is actually using 3D, right? It's a 3D,
Yeah.
3D engine.
3D models and everything in it.
Whereas the other one is all 2D, just like kind of like sprites and photographs and stuff.
Yep.
And you've got like 2 video cards in here, right?
2. Yep.
All right, so let's coin up. God, that looks good. And let's start. I mean, this looks perfect. This is a good-looking game. And that's like a 3D castle.
Yep.
And the dragon. Man, those car speakers sound so much better than like the normal pinball speakers. put some car speakers in my NBA fast break. Alright, well anyway, you get the idea. Let's get this off the tripod. Alright, so let's talk about the computer and the hardware that's in here. So you built this thing so you can get the PC out, right? And you got these monster fans back here. Holy crap.
220's gotta keep everything cool. It's definitely a good breeze. We made this door tight, so I think it's because it's not level. It'll come out.
And did you build a PC or did you just go buy one at the store?
No, it's in pieces. This is actually
So did you build this?
460 GTX, yeah. PCI.
So you've got two video cards. They're both NVIDIA, right?
Yep.
One's a, what'd you say, a 460?
Yeah, 460, and I think the other one's a 9200.
Let's get out of this game. All right, so you've got the NVIDIA at 460, you said?
Yeah, GTX 460 GTX.
Yep.
And a 9200.
9200. And this is a case that you just like took apart?
Yeah, I just used just the case without everything else, just enough to hold the motherboard in.
Right.
And the back part to support the cards.
And you said it was a quad core with 4 gigs of RAM?
2.6 quad core, socket 775, 4 gigs of RAM, 320 gig hard drive.
And you can see in here, you took all the cases off the LCDs, right, before you put them in?
Decased.
So everything's been decased. Up there you've got your amplifier, which is a pile amplifier. So if you look in here, he's got an amplifier right there, so the volume's nice and handy. You can reach it through the coin door. And then the interface, you use like iPacks to
Yeah, one iPad.
You used one iPack, and an iPack is like a little device that you plug in the computer. It's USB, right?
Yeah.
And then it gives you basically terminals that you can use for your inputs, for your switches and all that. And you basically wire all your buttons and switches to the iPack. So all these buttons, everything's going to the iPack.
Yeah.
Yep. That's really cool. Man, you did a really great job, Scott.
Thanks.
I want to thank you for bringing this to my house, too. And you got some bitchin' car speakers, man. Look at that.
Yeah, it's good when they glow, too.
That's Boss. And they're even called Boss. Look at that. So anyway, there you guys have it. That is, I guess we'll call it a video pinball machine running actually running HyperPin. He's got visual pinball and Future Pinball, 2 emulators, all controlled by the front end HyperPin. And so HyperPin is the front end. Basically, it's basically you pick the games through here, and then it launches the emulator. And HyperPin is also kind of responsible for the backglass too, for working, right?
Yeah.
And some of the backglasses are animated, and some are just static images, right? So some of them will actually light up in the different areas, just like on a real pinball machine. So, all right, guys, there you have it. That is the video pinball. And there you have it. That was that visual Piper pinball machine. Hope you guys liked that. That thing's pretty badass, isn't it, man? That guy's got some mad skill building that thing from scratch. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you for subscribing to my little channel. If you haven't yet, now's a great time. Go ahead and click that subscribe button up above. And also be sure to check out my podcast, which is every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern at allgames.com. That's Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, allgames.com. The podcast is called Video Game Outsiders, which you can also see at videogameoutsiders.com. Anyway, guys, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.